Okay, hello everybody. Okay, so this activity, super fun, super quick. Um, so you have the sheet, you have a picture of it. You don't have to print it out if you don't want to. Just write down the shapes. You're going to, so basically this is the opposite of what we did the other day with the Play-Doh. So the other day with the Play-Doh, we took the Play-Doh, we made a shape, we sliced it, and we tried to see what the slice was. For this one, we're given a 3D object, right? And then we have to figure out what 2D shape. Well, it's kind of an extension, I guess, of what we did with the Play-Doh. Now we're looking for what 2D shape could we use to create that object. So let's flip to the web link that you should be able to get to through PowerSchool Learning. So on PowerSchool Learning, you should see this little, what's it called? Hyperlink right here. And then if you go to the stacker, it'll lead you to this page, and it'll tell you on your sheet, it'll like you have to come up with a shape and then come up with an action you could use to get that shape. Okay, so with the cylinder here, let's get to our Scoodle. Our action was rotating, so we're gonna go ahead and click. Oh, it was just explaining basically. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and click this shape. Okay, now we have kind of like a skinny cylinder, and so what I would want to do is I would want to spin it. Okay, so I'm gonna spin it, and I get to pick which direction I want to spin it or which axis I want to spin it around. I want to spin it around this middle axis here. Okay, so now it asks you, now that you've chosen what shape you're spinning and the way you're spinning it, what shape do you think it'll make? So my goal was to make this skinny cylinder right here. Okay, and it tells me, great, I did that correctly. I did a good job. And then it gives me the stuff that I draw in right here. Okay, so now let's go back to our paper. So here we have this cone, okay, like an ice cream cone. I'm gonna go back to my Scoodle thing. I think that my cone is probably gonna come from a triangle. So I'm gonna click my shape to be a triangle. Now, I think that in order to make this triangle become a cylinder, I'm probably gonna have to spin that triangle around. So I'm gonna pick spin. Let me go back. I'm gonna pick a spin instead of an extrude. And then I have to pick what axis. Now, if I spun here, I would kind of get like a bundt cake sort of shape. If I chose to spin over here, maybe I would get like a weird top sort of thing. So I'm going to try to spin on this middle axis right here and see what happens. And I think that this is going to make my cone. That was my goal. Okay, and it did. Great. So then I go back to my sheet and I have exactly what I need to fill in on the side right here. So I had my cone. I took my triangle and I spun it on this axis right here, and I spun it in this direction. Okay, so that's all you have to do with that. Let me give you an example of something you might mess up. Okay, so we have this like big flat disc sort of thing. So I think I'm gonna need to use my rectangle. Okay, now it's big and flat. So maybe I need to extrude. I need to like pull it forward. Okay. Now my goal was this. Okay. So I click that and it says that's not right. Oh, excuse me. Um, that one would probably build something like this right here. Okay. So if I'm gonna try to get this, I think I'm gonna need to switch. Let me see, clear stack. I need to switch to maybe some sort of spinning rotation. So I'm going to click this guy right here to make the widest, flattest disc I can. All right, and sweet. So he says that I got it right. So then I would go back and I would fill this in. I would show, oh, oops, I'm sorry, that's not what I'm supposed to draw at all. I'm supposed to draw the 2D shape that it makes. Okay. So I have a rectangle and I spun it along this axis to make a really flat cylinder, cylindrical sort of thing, and I spun it this way. Okay. So you guys need to go through, there's only a front. So I've done basically half of them for you. Go ahead and finish these up. They should not be hard, but if for some reason you have trouble with it, a lot of people do actually when we are in class. Please comment on the discussion board. I'm happy to help. I can make a video and post solutions for the next class if that's what you need. Today, you're going to be working on your test review as well. These questions are going to be on your test review. It's going to ask you, or it's going to tell you, like, you were given this shape, what 2D object. So 2D is like a piece of paper. It only has like a length and a width. It has no height or depth. Um, so it's going to ask you like what 2D object do you need to use and what axis do you need to rotate it around to get this 3D object. Okay, so those questions are going to be in the review. I'll post the review and the review solutions. Please try to do them on your own. I am going to ask you to submit the review via PowerSchool. I need to see work. If I see just letters written down with zero work, I'm going to give you half credit. Okay, so I'll write that down in the block, but some people did that last time. I didn't count off last time because I didn't say anything about it. But I really need you to put down some sort of picture, anything, okay? Because not all of these you can do in your head. Some of them maybe you can, but you definitely cannot do them all in your head because I have multiple math degrees and I can't do them all in my head. So you may be a super genius, but help me keep up. Write it down. All right. I hope you guys have a great Monday, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.